Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Elizabeth King. Please call me Beth. And I'd like to welcome you to Introduction to Education and Teaching. Some of my students prefer to refer to the course as 210. Some of us call it Intro to Ed. Either way, I hope that's the course that you intended to be enrolled in. And let's get this started. So, you may or may not be aware that this course will not include the 50-hour field placement referred to as observation and participation that is typically included with this course. Because of COVID, our options of placing you in the field with in classrooms was highly problematic, and so I have designed alternative activities that you'll be working through to learn more about the field of education. Now, what I need to clarify up front is that the purpose of this course, the overarching purpose of this course, is to provide an orientation for you to the field of professional education. I know most of you who are enrolled in the course identify yourselves first as the content that you would like to teach. For example, if I would say, hi, my name is Beth, and I'm a business ed teacher. That's one of the areas of my prior experience. I'm also licensed to teach secondary social studies. So we typically use the content area, business ed or music ed or English, and then identify ourselves as a teacher. However, what I need you to understand is that educators are first and foremost educators. The intent of this course is to orient you to the field of professional education. Once you are admitted into the College of Education and admitted into professional education, you then will start to develop your content expertise, your pedagogical content expertise in a content area. Meaning, once you're admitted into professional education, you're going to start to narrow down your teaching focus into that content discipline. For now, my job is to help you understand more about the entire landscape of the profession of education and what it means to be a professional educator. Your time to focus on what it means to be a specific kind of teacher will come after your acceptance into the College of Education. I hope I've beat that point sufficiently into the ground, but most of you, I think, will find that to be a new perspective. Most of the time, my students come into the course expecting that we're going to learn how to teach. That is not the aim of this course. Again, this course is to orient you to the field. Down the road, you're going to have methods courses and specific field experiences that help you learn how to teach in your field. So for the purposes of this class, you're going to learn how teachers function irrespective of their content area. And since we're not going to have a field placement, I've designed a simulation of sorts to begin helping you think about starting in the field of education and just really taking that first step. So this first week, we're not going to start out using the course Canvas. It's not published, and the reason it's not published is because I've learned that even if I block off all of the assignments and all of that. My students who really know their way around Canvas will go to the course files and they'll find all of the things that I've just parked in there and, assume we're doing X, Y, and Z when we're not. So I'm going to really keep the focus narrow this week. And there is one thing that I want you to focus on. There will be something that I want you to do by Wednesday. And Wednesday, you're going to receive additional information, but let's get started with this simulation. So, the classroom simulation, I'm going to take you to that website in just a few minutes. Let me give you a little bit of an overview to tell you where we're going. And I'm going to take you to the site, and then I'm going to repeat what I'm going to ask for you for Wednesday. So first of all, you're going to receive an email with these instructions, with a link to the simulation site, and it's going to be as if you've just been hired or you've just been accepted into an internship program, a brand new internship program that was arranged by the College of Education and Professional Studies. That's the College of Ed. The acronym is COEPS. And an area school that is experiencing a high turnover rate with their teachers. So I'm going to send you an email. I'm going to ask you to get into the classroom simulation, to read about the school that you're going to be working with and the students that are going to be assigned to your learning community. While you're reading that information, I want you to jot down for yourself, not for me, for yourself, all the terms and concepts that are unfamiliar to you. This is really important because I use the teacher talk. I say all the words and I use acronyms. I use the jargon, and I talk like teachers do, although much more grammatically incorrect. And the words that I use, the phrases that I use, the concepts that I talk about, those are things in general terms you're going to be expected to be able to understand and use conversationally with your colleagues as you move into the field. So I want you to start jotting down the things that are unfamiliar to you so that you can start to build your professional vocabulary and you can start to explore the different concepts that you're going to need to have understanding about. And you know what? This isn't about you jotting down vocabulary because you're going to have a test or learning concepts because it's about getting an A. Because you know what? Very little in life is about passing a test or getting an A. It turns out really what we're trying to do here is prepare you for becoming that teacher that you want to be. And that's, I hope, above and beyond what it takes to get an A or that sort of a thing. I don't like to play. I don't like to deal with people who are only in it for an A. That's not what I'm about here. And hopefully I will convey that more and more as we go through the course. But for now, you are learning, you are engaging in these instructional materials for the sole purpose of your professional development, for your professional learning. You're not doing any of this for me, okay? I just need to make that very, very, very clear. All right, so let's go to the simulation. Let me show you what this is. All right, so this is a Google site that I've compiled over time. And so it's the classroom simulation resource. And over here is your navigation. And it includes the context of the school that you're going to be working with. Information about student profiles. And then you'll see here that there is a collection of the students who are assigned to your learning community. Now, a learning community can take place in a variety of different ways, but for our intents and purposes, this learning community is a group of students within the school that is assigned to you to mentor, to coach, and to teach. And so this entire listing of students along the side here, not in the elementary school classroom, but here, all of these students are in your learning community. All right, so let's start right here. The context of your school. Now, here I have identified for you, I've written out a whole narrative, setting the stage for the story of what's going on in your school. So you got the basic context, like district size, information about the demographics, population, all of that, school finance, personnel, information about this teacher internship program. That is what you're going to be what you're going to be doing. Information about academics, all the different disciplines here, and you can find yours in here and read up about what's going on in your area. Of course, not all of them are included, but the ones that have, some drama going on or some initiatives going on, they are included. There's information about curricular directions, student services, all of that. Please make sure that you take a good look here at what's going on. And so what's happening is you've just received your acceptance notice into this internship program, and you're going to be among the first group of teacher interns that are in this program put together by the College of Ed and the school. You've been, as I said, assigned to a learning community, a small group of students within the larger school that you're going to be working with, teaching and mentoring. And depending on the courses that you're assigned, and you're going to get your course assignments on Wednesday, you may or may not be teaching all of these students, but you will probably be working with them in some way, shape, or form in the broader learning community. So what I want you to do is I want you to go back through this entire context of your school and jot down all of the terms and concepts that you are unfamiliar with or are confusing. Then I want you to move on to the classroom application profile. So here you are, the activity profile. Anyway, this is the description of what's going on with the students. So it's right here. So all of these pages here contain student profiles, information about the students. I want you to read this, and then I want you to go through and just develop a brief familiarity with all of the students that are in this learning community. So for example, I think many of you already are familiar with John Bender. Some of you will know him from if you've seen Breakfast Club. So there is a narrative here about John Bender, who he is, what's going on with him, right? His history. Yeah, okay. And so I want you to go through and read. You can skim these student profiles, but just start to get familiar with the information that's contained here. Now, some of the information in these descriptions is going to be relevant. Some of it's going to be gossip. So when you get your class roster and the course and the names of the courses that you're going to be teaching, and again, that's going to come Wednesday, you'll need to really hone in on the students that are assigned to your course. But for now, just go through, peruse, get familiar with the students who are involved in the simulation. And I want to repeat that the students are only above this elementary school class. These students I didn't build out. So you won't need to. Please do not go into the elementary school class. It is assumed that you all are teaching at the high school level. I know some of you are planning on teaching elementary, but like I said, the purpose of this class is to orient you with the field of education and being a professional educator. The content area, the grade level is not relevant at this point. So that's what I want you to do for Wednesday. Again, to repeat, read the context of your school, jot down things that are confusing, vocabulary that you don't understand, and go through these different the different students in your learning community. And just want you to scan. The time to drill down with specific students will come after Wednesday. All right, so I hope that you have enough clarity about what needs to happen between now and Wednesday in order to dive into this site, and more information will be revealed on Wednesday.